Nothing beats a home-cooked meal, simply because it is a labor of love. And for today's vlog, I'll share with you some of the meals I prepared this week. And honestly, I'm pretty excited with this, simply because for a foodie like me, I want everyone to also find the joy in cooking and preparing your own meals. So, with that being said, let's begin cooking. For the breakfast, I'm making fluffy pancakes. This is all made from scratch, but believe me, this recipe is really a must try. It's fluffy, soft, and delicious. So, as you can see, earlier I sifted all the dry ingredients together in a bowl. And in another bowl, I mixed in all the wet ingredients together. Notice that I separated the yolks from the egg white. I'll be using these egg whites to make the gorgeous meringue. And that's gonna be the secret in making the pancakes soft and fluffy. So at this point, we're mixing the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And take note, do not overmix the batter. For overmixing will turn the pancakes tough and less fluffy. Meanwhile, we're now making the meringue. In making the meringue, make sure the egg white has no egg yolks in it. And when the egg white turns frothy, it's about time to add in the sugar. Add in the sugar slowly and in batches. And once our meringue turns medium peaks, then we'll add it in our pancake batter. Gently whisk the batter, but do not overmix. And we're now ready to cook it. I prefer cooking my pancakes in a pan like this, or you could use any non-stick pan. So I just put a little butter for extra flavor. Then scoop around 1/4 of a cup of pancake batter. So this will take less than 1 minute per side to cook the pancakes. I hope you'll try making this recipe. Don't worry, I'll be posting the measurements in the description box. I'm very much happy sharing this with you because really pancakes is one of my go-to meals. And we're almost done. And we're now ready to plate. And here's the most awaited part in cooking, and that is eating time! My preference would always go for a sweet and fruity combination for the pancakes. But if you're into savory, of course you could partner it with bacon, egg, sausages, and many more options. The next day, Tatay caught some fish from the river, so I decided to cook and grill that fish for lunch and partner it with some vegetable dish. And look at this fish, it's so big. This is called kapak. Since I have here some vegetables like the squash, by the way, thanks to Dora Linda who gave this to me, so I'll make ginataang pinakbet, one of my favorite dish. By the way, I bought this peeled garlic in the market for only 50 pesos. I will chop them all together in a food processor and place it in a jar, and later we'll store it in the chiller. By doing this, it saves so much time and effort in peeling and slicing the garlic. And at this point, I'm adding some oil in the garlic. This is just optional. And it can last for a week in the fridge. And don't forget to cover the jar with some airtight lid. Meanwhile, I'm now sauteing the aromatics that will be used for the ginataang pinakbet. And did you know that pinakbet is an Ilocano dish that came from the Ilocano word pinakebet, which means to shrink the food into one dish to prevent it from spoiling. And I'll be using this mixed powder to make the gata. And voila! Here's our ginataang pinakbet. And next, we'll now grill the fish. This is inihaw na kapak. And we're done! Lunch is ready! And the following day, I decided to make the fish katsu using this fish bidbid. Normally for this fish bidbid meat, we use it as meatballs or as filling for the spring rolls. But this time, I'm turning it into a deep-fried katsu dish, which is perfect for everyone who loves Japanese food. For the breading, we'll just prepare flour, egg, and panko breadcrumbs or Japanese breadcrumbs. At this point, you can fry it already, or in my case, I'm going to store it in the freezer and use it the following day. The following day, it's fry time of our katsu that we prepared yesterday. It's so much easy and convenient to make, and what's good about this is that you can prepare it ahead of time. And after frying, don't forget to put it in a strainer or colander to maintain its crunch and to let the excess oil drip into it. And this dish is best served with stir-fried vegetables like this cabbage. You could add carrots if you like it too. Then I'm adding sesame oil. And voila! Here's our fish bidbid katsu with stir-fried cabbage. The following day, it's about time to clean up and remove the Christmas decorations. Time really flies so fast. Sooner or later, it's Christmas again. And I saw this mulberry fruit. It has its fruit already, so I'm going to harvest it. Mulberries could be eaten as is, or you could place it in smoothies or jams as well. And with my partner, we made this pizza using this homemade dough. So happy that we both enjoy this type of activities. Personally, I'm not a fan of pizza, but I enjoyed making this one. For the toppings, we just use any ingredients available in the pantry. I truly enjoy and cherish these moments. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful life.
Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart
And after baking it in the oven, it's about time to eat our pizza.
Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love. There's something about the way she laughs and the way she always.
And the following morning, I arranged these pictures which I ordered online a few months ago. I got busy this past month, so now is the perfect time to do it.
I think you should stay with me.
I'm really the type of person who loves collecting memories, and I love collecting pictures like this. For pictures preserve memories.
Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating, you can't stop looking at her smile. Then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
I find myself smiling looking at these pictures. The following day, I saw this basil in our garden, so I decided to make pasta. I will use these sun-dried tomatoes which my sister gave me.
I just don't know what to do. I wanna spend the night with her, spend one of my t-shirts so it smells like her perfume. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out?
And actually, it's my very first time trying out this type of ingredients for a pasta. I hope it works. For this pasta, I just sauteed in olive oil the garlic, the sun-dried tomatoes, and basil. And toss in your desired pasta. And I added some generous amount of cheese. And here's the sun-dried tomato pasta. And for lunch, I'm cooking this one-pot meal. This is ginataang tuna, so I'm using this yellowfin tuna and I put in some coconut milk. I'm also adding soy sauce, vinegar, and garlic. And season it with some ground black pepper and some salt. Mine, I like it spicy, and I got this freezed chili or chilies. Yes, I freeze my chilies, and that way it lasts longer. At this point, I'm also adding dried kamyas or pias. This is optional. And here's the ginataang tuna. Yum! Who would say that this is a one-pot meal only? And to wrap up everything, I made this honey brown sugar calamansi juice. It's so refreshing. And with that, thank you for watching. And as a reminder, Chinkers, always choose to be happy. No matter what life throws in us, choose joy. And with that, keep on winning, Chinkers!